indirect function C11. No, that's C12. I want you to show C12 actually. C12. It takes a reference text. It's taking a string. You know, I didn't select science. I'm importing a string actually. A string is a string I imported. A string. A string. So it takes in a string like a text. A text, not I didn't this C12 I put today is just this C12. This C12 is in a string. It is not just a value. It is not what do I say now? It is not uh a cell reference. Yes, it is not a cell reference. It is a string. Now, if you check the second, I will just say, okay, what is in C12, cell C12? What do you get? You still get science. So indirect is taking a string, not the cell reference. It's taking a string. So that's just what indirect does. It takes a string and returns the value of the cell in that string. So now, one thing is we can name our data sets. This is for science. This is for technology. We can name it and say, okay, let's name it. You can name it here and just say, if I delete what was there before, I think I was in a okay. So if you select this, you can come to this place and name it science. Or another way of naming it is you can come here and come to formulas, come to name and define name, and it started with civil engineering, but we want our name to be technology, and you can save. So if you select it to show you technology, this has been defined already, but let's rename it to science. See, I hope this is clear. The name already exists actually, so cancel. We named our data set so that in case you need it next time, you'll be able to pick from it. We just renamed it. And the reason why we are renaming it actually is because we'll be able to pass in that name in our cell reference in brackets. Select the this thing, close brackets, and okay. So that's just it. So now, if I choose technology, I have civil engineering, material science, computer, agric, and aerospace. But if I choose science, it changes the option for me. Mathematics, physics, chemistry. These are our data sets for science. These are our data sets for technology. So we can just come to data validation, list. Want a list. But we don't want to copy this data set, because if you just copy this data set, that's what we show. Even if you change it to science or technology, you won't get it. So you have to make it reference the science or technology part. So to reference it, you can just say indirect. Now it's taking the reference of this cell, science. It's taking the reference of science, and remember that our data set science is mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, and geology. So if you change the science to technology, it will take the data set of technology, which is here, which is this. So you just click this is an absolute value, an absolute reference. Just click on it and close brackets and you press OK. So automatically science. Once you're under science, it gives us science options, maths, physics. Once you're under technology, it gives us technology options. So now, one last thing under data validation I would like us to discuss. Suppose you have your data now and there's maybe you are entering a questionnaire or something, and the the faculty of science has other department that you didn't know earlier. Maybe it was after your first 20 collection of data. That was when you had these 5 common departments. Then later on, you discover that there's another department called biochemistry. Now, is biochemistry showing as part of our data sets? No, it's not showing. That means we have to change it and add this as our name again. But to avoid doing the repetition of all that, you can just turn this into a table. How do you turn this to a table? Go to insert. We did that yesterday. Insert. You turn the old data set into a table. My table has headers. Yes. Okay. So now this is a table. Now in this table, if I choose biochemistry, I should have biochemistry in my data set now. That's the usefulness of a table. Can you see biochemistry? So in a table, you can include more values and it gets registered in the name manager, in the defined name you have before, because you have turned it to a table. If I come here and I include other departments we have in database department, you have civil, chemical. Okay, let's say chemical engineering. I will also have chemical engineering in my technology data sets. I should have chemical engineering. So that's just it. So you can update the data in your data name or name manager by turning that data set into a table.